2020 was an unforgettable year and sport was affected greatly. This effect was seen massively in the WNL, where the season was postponed for months until it was eventually finished in December. Recently I caught up with Ciara McNamara from Cork City to discuss their voluntary work with Jigsaw, a youth mental health organisation who provides support for 12 to 25-year-olds. We also reflected on last season where Cork came fourth in the league and got to a cup final. And then we look forward to the new season. What are the teams? What is Cork City's aspirations for this season? I know last season you finished fourth, was it? So what is this season?
We finished fourth, and I think we did really well. We went on a run of games there. I think it was about 5 or 6 kind of wins on the go, which was really good, and it's really good to have momentum in the league and stuff. We finished fourth, and we got to the cup final, so that was a huge kind of turning point for us, just to know that we can get to the cup final again. We got there in 2017, and we won it then. Unfortunately, last year, Peamount just, they turned it on the second half and they just showed why they were champions, So I suppose this year it's definitely to get that top 4 spot again and perhaps maybe break top 3. And I'd love to get to a cup final again. I think it's just when you start the season, you always want to get to that cup final. It's the pinnacle of the season, really, to be honest.
How did you cope with the lockdown last year and the breaks from football? Where was it a struggle for the whole team or for yourself?
I think it was a struggle for everyone because I think it was like the week before or even a few days before the season was about to start, it was like, no, this isn't going ahead. So you've gone through pre-season, you're ready to peak for the first match of the season, and then it's all shut down. You're not going training, you're not going to college, you're not going to work, things like that. So at the start it was a bit tough, and I suppose we didn't kind of know how long it was going to last. We didn't know how far we were going to be able to go and things like that. So it was a kind of a testing period.
So how did you start with Jigsaw? How did you come about finding the volunteering job with Jigsaw?
So basically, I think it was, what year was it? 2017, 2018. I kind of was in my final year or second year of social science in UCC, and I kind of didn't really know what I wanted to do as per se. I knew I wanted to work with people and that kind of thing. But I was just kind of looking at jobs after and things like that, and Jigsaw popped up, and it was youth mental health, and it's something that I kind of advocated for without realizing I was advocating for it, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I understand.
So they had the YAP, which is their youth advisory panel, and they were putting up kind of expression of interest, to join it. And I said, look, something I think I'd be good at, with working in a team and stuff, and you kind of get your teammates through things and things like that. So that's kind of how I started, really.
And what does the job entail in Jigsaw?
Yeah, so normally we'd have a monthly meeting. So we're only kind of volunteers, really. So basically we would do things like community engagement, things like that, whether it's it could be on college campuses and stuff, promoting Jigsaw that way. Kind of getting people to know about Jigsaw more about the kind of values and stuff they portray in things.
Do you find football to be a good release from the pressures of volunteering and your other life, like college and stuff?
Yeah, it is, and it isn't. Sometimes, as I said, football is great. You can get out, you can kind of forget about, to a certain extent, what's going on at home, what's going on, in work and all that. And then other times, it's nice to have Jigsaw and stuff to balance out football, because we'd be training 3-4 nights a week, and then a match of the weekend. That can get a bit much.
Yeah, it can be tough.
Especially when the evenings are cold and you just don't really feel like it. You mightn't feel great yourself, you could have a little cold or whatever. And sometimes it's nice to have a break too. But football is good. You can just kind of get out your emotions and stuff. You can kind of hit that ball a little bit harder, or make that extra run, and it just kind of releases energy in a different way than you would kind of if you were stuck at home and things like that.
Yeah, exactly. And would you recommend volunteering at Jigsaw to other people?
Oh yeah, 100%. I think that if you're kind of passionate about your mental health and stuff, and even mental health as a whole, I think it's nice to kind of explore kind of what Jigsaw does, and other I'm sure there's plenty of other mental health organizations who have something maybe in a youth capacity or something like that. There's other groups and stuff, and I feel that people should, if they're passionate about it.
What would be a main advice to someone who's struggling with mental health or struggling with the current situation at the moment?
Well, I suppose I would definitely reach out to someone. It doesn't have to be an organization at first, because I think it's really hard and stuff to know where to go, first of all, because there's so many different organizations out there. You don't know, Jigsaw it's not a crisis center, so that would be kind of more Pieta House and stuff. So Jigsaw would look at the kind of the more medium to long term kind of mental health stuff in terms of like anxiety, and things like that, that kind of way. So definitely like reach out to a friend, or it could be a coach, it could be your neighbor, it could be a cousin, it could be anyone. But I would definitely say like reach out to someone and just kind of say, look, you don't even have to say, oh, I think I'm struggling with mental health. All you might need to say is, I don't feel myself at the moment. I'm just not in it. My head's not in it. I can't seem to concentrate. Things like that.
Yeah. So, are you looking forward to the new season that's coming up?
I
guess you are.
100%. Yeah, because it's been, as I said, we finished in December, but like you're kind of in lockdown. Like normally it would have been great because Christmas you could really relax. You could go for a spin here and not have to worry about like a match. That kind of way, things like that. Like
you don't have to worry about anything. Stuff.
But now the fact there's a lockdown, it's really kind of spurs you on to kind of like, right, we're so lucky we can go training, like others can't. Like there's my friends and stuff haven't played football in I don't know how long,
months.
So we consider even a year, I'd say close to a year at this stage. But so we're really lucky that way, and I'm really looking forward to that. We can play our games now in Turner's Cross as well. So like as a child you'd grow up in the local leagues and stuff, and you'd play in Turner's Cross and you think, oh my god, I'm the bee's knees, I'm the best thing ever. So to actually play there now and wear the Cork City jersey is it's going to be fantastic.
As Cork City venture into the new season, it will be a very interesting time. Playing at Turner's Cross for the first time is exciting for everyone involved at the club, and they have huge ambitions to succeed.